has a very different perspective about virtual learning than even I do. And I thought that maybe it would be good to hear from someone that, feels a little different about it. So,
I would love to hear from it.
Hi, Terrence.
Hi.
What's your
How you feel
perspective,
about
Terrence?
So I like virtual learning because all this coronavirus stuff is going on, and to be honest, I don't like wearing masks. So if I see people, I always gotta wear a mask. So if we go back, I'm gonna have to wear a mask. So I really don't want to like all the time once I go back.
So
But you like virtual learning.
With your virtual learning, how are you approaching your day? Are you finding that you're having any challenges with keeping up with the work or understanding what to do?
No, I have all my work turned in right now.
Okay, good job. Great job.
Right.
Terrence is a sixth grader. This is his first year in middle school. And frankly, I didn't know till just now when I asked him. He says, I love it. And I asked him, how did he deal with things when he didn't understand it? So what do you want to talk about that? Tell him about how you deal with things when you don't understand it with the teachers or what?
If I don't understand it, I usually just ask either like once or twice again. But if there's like a video or something, I'll watch it again to see if I understand it.
Okay.
So are they using a lot of tools at your school, like using videos to demonstrate things and giving you things to fall back on? Does that help?
That it does.
Okay.
One other question. But your regular classes recorded so you can go back at any point and see them again?
Yes. So if you miss it, they record it, and then they put it on like a website or something, and you just click on the link, and then if you miss the Zoom that day, you can watch it again to see what they were talking about.
Great.
That's great. That's great. That's great. And Terrence, what school district are you in?
I go to Alexander Graham right now.
And that is in Charlotte, Mecklenburg, right?
Yes.
Yes.
Just hearing from Terrence is motivational to say, it gives me motivation to say this article that they make it seem like all kids hate online learning, that all kids are not being successful. And that story right there tells me that's not true. And so that makes this conversation even more important to us. How do you feel about online learning, DJ?
About online learning, I feel like in school is better because like you can see more people and you can learn more stuff by like seeing it actually with your eyes, not through a computer. But also you can like online it's fine, but in school I just think in school is better because you can understand the subject better, or you can ask for help, or you can like understand it better because the teacher is around and she can like he or she can help. But
And you don't feel like you get the same kind of support from the online learning from your instructor?
no, I do, but it's a lot of people in my school that ask a lot of questions. But I feel like we get the same thing as in school, but not as much.
So are your classes recorded, DJ?
On my classes, what?
Are your classes recorded? Or is there a video that you can review your classes later? If you should miss the class or want to review some of the information in a specific class.
Yes, but the teacher has to send it to us.
Okay.
So you have to request each one you want to look at again.
Yeah.
So I'm a little bit older, so my experience might be different. I'm a junior in high school, and the reason that I like online, well, I'm a hybrid student, so I have 2 days in person and 3 that are fully online. And I like the balance of it because going in person gives me a time to really buckle down and focus on my schoolwork. And when you're already in the learning environment, you already have that mindset where you're encouraged to do your work and reach out to your teachers and seek clarification. But at the same time, when you're online, it's an accountability thing. It's about, like Terrence said, if he doesn't have clarification, he'll rewatch the video or he'll ask his teacher. That's what you have to do online to succeed. Is you have to hold yourself accountable. And so that's why I like it, because in school, you can go each day and not really have to hold yourself accountable for your learning. And really, so that makes me feel like I'm learning more online because I actually have to seek full clarification, not just be able to hear the lectures and then from what I hear on the lectures, be able to write it down on the test. So I like my online situation, and I mean, I don't mind masks. So
You said this, so are you able to go ahead in some of your work, ahead of the rest of the class?
yes, I could finish all of my schoolwork on Monday if I wanted to and not have to do anything Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, except attend my Zoom meetings, because that's how they count you absent. Because of course, if you're not joining your Zoom meetings and you're not turning in assignments, they will have to count you as truant. So the teachers still have to hold you accountable for attending school. They have to have a way of keeping record of if you're truant or not. But I could finish all of my schoolwork on Monday as long as I'm attending my Zoom meetings.
I see. But in terms of, you don't have access to the work so that you could literally go ahead of the class in the sense.
No, it's week by week.
It's just week by week. You got a week's material each at the beginning of each week.
Right, except consumer personal finance. With consumer personal finance, that is an online program. So if you have an online program, you could go ahead and knock out all of your modules in 1 week if you wanted to. But so if any of the other students are on Edgenuity, if you're on Edgenuity, you could knock out your entire semester in 2 weeks, really, if you wanted to. But my teachers are doing it through Google Classroom, so they assign all of your classwork for the week at the beginning of the week. But I have worked with Edgenuity before and different online programs. And if it's an online program where the teachers aren't assigning it and everything is automatically set up and you have to work through it that way, there's nothing stopping you from completing it in a day, really, if you wanted to.
I mean, does any of the parents or village members have anything to say at this point about their experience in the online learning environment, so that we're not giving you so we're not missing your opportunity to share how you feel about it?
Okay, this is Cerise.
Yes.
I from time to time keep my god grandbaby who is in the kindergarten, and they're on a hybrid schedule as well. She does very well virtual learning. The classroom the teacher is very engaged. It's set up very well. She does, since she has started having the opportunity to learn in person, she does like that also. But the virtual learning environment that's set up for her school, for the kindergarten, it's great. The teacher is with the students one-on-one for about 20 minutes, and then they're in the group setting for a period of time, and then they just do their work for another period of time. So it's working out very well for her, and being here with her doing that, there's really nothing that that I have to intervene to do anything, because she's very self-sufficient And like I said, the teacher does a fantastic job.
I don't think people realize how resilient these kids are with the right environment and the right support system. Some of these kids are really, really making it through this. And so I like hearing the success stories, because I am a proponent for remote learning, because I believe it is preparing them to go to the next level. And so I'm glad to hear that these kids are really responsible.
My name is Vincent Veza. I'm so honored to be on this call today, and thank Audrey and Dr. Larry Jones for inviting me. I'm a grandparent. I have 5 grandchildren. Three are in high school, and they seem to be doing pretty well with the virtual learning. I have 2 younger grandchildren, one in 3rd grade and one in 5th grade. The 3rd grader is gregarious, she's outgoing, she loves to be in school. The one child in 3rd grade, outgoing, gregarious, loves to be in school, doesn't really like virtual learning much at all. The 5th grader, more of an introvert and loves virtual learning, is not in a big hurry to go back to regular school. So I think one of the conversation, and I like the 3 A's that you came up with before, but I think part of it has to do with the personality of the child. And this new day of COVID and virtual learning tends to amplify the personality of that child. They don't change that much. It just kind of like sheds a light on who they are and what they prefer. If they're an introvert, they might very well gravitate toward virtual learning and be very focused and be very successful in that learning process. If they're gregarious, if they're an extrovert, virtual learning may feel like a world shut in for them. So I'm wondering if during the course of your, this session or in the subsequent sessions, you're going to talk about personality and how the student personality impacts their success or lack of success when it comes to virtual learning.
Thank you for sharing that. I agree with that. I think one of the things that you highlight is the fact that it did bring out the child's personality. And I do believe that introverted students, because of the ability to, be at home and be within themselves, they would do better in a virtual learning environment. And so I like the fact that you highlight that it does bring out their personality. And I think also in some cases, it allows them to challenge themselves in the remote learning environment. And so I think that's a good thing. Okay.
Yeah. I think the one thing that I would add to it is the personality is important. I think it's important for, as the parent, as the guardian that's helping that child, to help them to understand what their personality is, because that directly ties into their learning styles. And as a teacher, we know that everybody's learning styles can be different. That's the reason why we structure classes the way we do, that we repeat things multiple times and do various different types of activities, because one activity might hit one learning style a certain way and it might go over the head of another one, but a second approach has an opportunity to do that.